this review, we're reviewing the film A Quiet Place. So, the whole idea of the film is do not make a sound. So, they don't make a sound. They don't make a sound. They're really quiet. And I can't do that anymore. I don't know how they did it for the whole
Mate,
film,
you're
but
already
I can't
dead.
do that.
That's it. You're done. You're dead.
No. Yeah, it's a great film. Directed and starring and written or co-written by John Krasinski.
Woo!
Of The Office fame, The US Office. Yeah, he played Jimothy. What can we say? You know,
Well, we can't say anything, otherwise we're dead.
Yeah, true. They couldn't say
Within
much.
about 10 to 15 seconds.
True.
And that is essentially the premise of this wonderful, wonderful film.
It's a very simple premise, but it's awesome.
There is a little more to it, so it does center around a family that is surviving in a world where these creatures have come to the earth and are hunting based on sound. And if that isn't terrifying enough of a concept for you, then this film is definitely one to check out, because the way in which they handle it is nothing short of spectacular.
Absolutely. Look, I have to say that I have a slight issue with one thing in the film, and that is one of the characters in particular. I'm not going to say more than that, other than you're an idiot. I'm just going to say that.
Let's be fair, though, that is a staple of many horror thriller films, that there has to be some sort of idiot character in there.
Yeah, but this film doesn't feel like it needed to have an idiot in it, and it had an idiot in there. I mean, I know it had to have an idiot in there, but it doesn't feel like it had to have the idiot.
I agree with where you're coming from, but also I don't think that it casts a shadow over the entire film. It's something that's there, but that's okay.
Yeah,
We deal with it.
true.
At the core of this film, though, it's a story about family, and
At the center. It's about this family.
it's about a family, sprinkled with a lot of love and a lot of care. we got to stop making the puns.
It's true. It's a great film. You have to go and see it. Look, it's to be in a cinema where there's so little noise.
Where you can hear the person next to you chomping down on the popcorn.
This is the sort of film. Do not get anything. Have a drink and no snacks, because you'll hear it. You'll hear it from the other side of the cinema. Even if they brought donuts in, which are quite soft, you won't be able to stand hearing them.
So if you are going with someone, just make sure they don't get candy bar items either.
Just a drink.
Yeah.
Just a drink.
And make sure they don't go...
Yeah, or smash the ice around in the bottom of the thing.
Yep.
Just silence the whole time, because that's what's on screen. Silence.
Now, we haven't mentioned the very minimal cast of this film, but Mr. John Krasinski was good enough to cast this little-known actress that happens to be his wife in it as well. What was her name again?
Emily Blunt?
Blunt. Emily Blunt, that's the one.
Yeah.
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 Little
little known.
Yep. Anyway, look, they're husband and wife in real life. They are in the film, and their chemistry is excellent on screen.
Because they're married in real life. I guess they're able to portray that in a very realistic way.
Yeah.
They also, in this film, obviously, one of the most difficult things to deal with in a very quiet setting, I'm sure, is shown in the movie. I was going to say it, but I'm not going to say it. They deal with a very interesting issue that involves a lot of noise
Yes.
in this film. It's quite interesting how they do it.
You'll know what we mean when you see the film, and as to
Yes.
when you see the film, it should be as soon as possible.
Yes, because it's out now in cinemas. Should we get to our scores?
We should get to our scores.
Alrighty, should I go first?
Yes, because I'm still deciding on mine.
Jeez, okay, I'm going to give it an 8. Technically, very, very interesting concept. I don't think I can count many, if any, other films that are completely silent besides films back when film didn't have sound to it. Such an interesting take on such an interesting idea to go and see a movie with very little sound in it. Strange, like they go hand in hand. It was, so well executed. The writing was, I'd love to see the script of that film, because it'd be about a page.
It wasn't an actual script. Have you read about this?
Yeah, it was
It was pictures.
Yeah.
He had a sketchbook, and that was the script, and he wrote very minimal dialogue to accompany it.
Which there was very little dialogue.
Yeah, it was more like stage directions, really.
interesting again.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. An interesting way to make a film. So that was excellent. I think I think it warrants an 8 because of the way they handled it, the way they produced it, the way they carried things out, the way they carried out the creature or what was going on and affecting them. They handled things really well. So then personally, I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to give it a 7 because I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a really interesting idea, and I enjoyed watching it, except for that character in there. I hate how films have to give us an idiot, not intentionally, I think, in this situation, but an idiot.
To have a full character.
Yeah, and that was annoying that was there, and it kind of detracted from me. But otherwise, I felt it went a little bit too fast. I don't know how long the running time was. It was an hour and a half or something like that.
No, it was under.
Oh, well, there you go.
It was very short.
I thought it was really short. I think a little bit too short. But yeah, I'd love to see more from this world.
Indeed. Okay, so my technical score, I'm also going to be giving it an 8, purely because there was so much that they achieved with what appears on the face of it to be so little, and that they chose to tell a story visually, and these days that's not something that filmmakers really think about anymore. They don't think about how to tell it through what they're trying to show there. They want to show you big explosions because they think that's what you want to see, or they have their big effects and their big sounds. No, this was very stripped back, and it built tension based on imagery, and it strongly reminded me, the entire film, like the whole way through, reminded me of Ridley Scott's original Alien. And I felt that the whole way through the movie. Even the creatures just reminded me so much of the Xenomorph, and I loved that about it, and I loved how every element of this thing was executed. It just felt like it checked every box the way it should. As to my personal score, I'm giving it a 7.5 because within the genre, I've seen a lot of good work done, and I think this has its place toward the top of that, but it's not necessarily the best. Definitely unique though, and for that I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts on it in the comments below.
Indeed.
Of course, on our Facebook page as well. So don't forget to follow us on Facebook at The 35th Mill, or on Instagram at The 35th Mill as well.
Indeed.
Until next time, see you then.